Hello everybody, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars 3 episode, and in this episode, it will be our last episode of this game, and it will also be our ranking every LEGO Star Wars 3 character. So how these videos are going to work, since this is the first one, is I'll just be going through every single character, and I'll be ranking them, showing off every character, and the ranking system is going to be, just a simple S through D. So S being the best and D being the worst. And the rankings are going to be based off of basically how necessary to the game they need to be, and how cool that it is that they're in the game. Basically, how cool that they are that's in the game, and do they play a big role in the game? Do they have a lot of uses in the game? And basically, it's just my own opinion. So, yeah, that's about it. This is just my opinion of the best characters in this game, ranking them from best to worst. But let's just get started with the first one out here, which is the regular Obi-Wan Kenobi. Straight in it, I think this guy is a great starting off character to have. I think A tier. A tier suits this guy well. He's not anything special with S tier. Plus, he just has the regular Jedi animations. It kind of sucks that these guys fight you here. I wish that there was none of these people around. Next is gonna be Anakin Skywalker, which classic Anakin, Clone Wars Anakin. I think that this guy is A as well. Obi-Wan and Anakin are kind of a perfect match together. They have the same abilities. They are Jedi and just have the basic lightsaber abilities. Next is Padme, this version of Padme. I'll give her a B. No, I'll give her a C. I mean, she's not anything special. She has a gun, which means she can do all the gun things. And other than that, she has a cool, unique blaster that was never seen in like a LEGO set, which is really nice to have. But other than that, she isn't really that special. I like the hairpiece that she's given, and that's hairpiece has actually never been seen in real life, so that's kind of cool. Next is Commander Cody. I'll give him a B tier just because he is a special clone that is seen. He has bombs, and he is different. He has the shoulder piece. He's orange, so it's not just a regular clone. So definitely B. Yoda, I'm gonna give Yoda an S just for the fact that he doesn't act old in this, which is a great aspect. Yoda deserves S tiers in general because he's just that bad of a character. He is only a lightsaber character, but I think that the fact that it's Yoda makes up for it, and I do think that the fact that he doesn't act old like in the other Star Wars games is a real step up. Lieutenant Thier, I'm gonna give him a B tier, and one of the only reasons is because I really like the Death Machine characters. Other than that, he's really just a no-name clone. Even though he's a lieutenant, he has the maskings of red, which this is before in the Clone Wars, before they all picked colors. Really, so red was just kind of the normal go-to color. And he really has no other use than just being a heavy heavy playable character. Honestly, if he didn't have a name in the show, I wouldn't be surprised. Next is Jek. He's kind of in the same boat. I'm going to give him a C with the just because he is just a red thing clone. The only thing is that he's a heavy, so he has an explosive rocket launcher. Other than that, he's just a clone. He really doesn't have any purpose. He's very basic. Riz. I like Riz. I'm gonna call him Riz. He's just another clone, but I think with his name alone, he has to get some recognition and maybe put in a B tier, because B tier Riz is the best type of Riz. And honestly, without that name, he would be C tier. He really just has a blaster, and he's not a heavy. He's not a gold heavy or a silver heavy, so he's really just a plain character. Next is Ahsoka. I'm really shocked that she doesn't have her two double lightsabers in this. Why? I have no clue. It wouldn't be that hard. I guess you could really just the dual wield. There we go. Now she has her two lightsabers. But if you don't have not the cheats, but the red brick on, then she's just given one lightsaber, which is really weird. I'm still gonna give her A though, because it is Ahsoka. This is the main character from Clone Wars. It's the one that this is the show that really set her off to be a main character in this franchise. So I think that an A is only deserving. Next, Jar Jar Binks. I really like the head mold for him because it's a very uncommon head mold. It's made specifically for him in every Gungan, but he's the only Gungan in here. I am still going to only give him a B. I'm going to give him a C because wait, I said to D, right? So I'm going to give him a D because he has a cool head mold, but he actually doesn't do anything. He just fist hits, and he has a high jump. Other than that, he doesn't really do anything, so it's not really anything special. Next, another character that was made specifically for this show, but has grown in popularity and become one of the best characters in Star Wars, is Captain Rex. So obviously he's gonna get an A. He has dual pistols. He has bombs. Yeah, nothing really need to be said. Captain Rex is legit. Next is Waxer, which really just a no-name clone. He is orange, so he's part of Obi-Wan's force. Has a rocket launcher. That's about it. So I'm just gonna give him a simple C tier. That's where I've been putting all the other just regular clones. So C tier is best, actually. Yeah, C tier. Boyle. He's another kind of a no-name clone. I actually know Boyle from the series, so he's not really that much of a no-name. But he has the same move as every other clone, so I think since I know him from the show, and he actually had a part in the show, I think I might give him a B, because he's really not just a no-name clone. So I'll give him a B. He'll be one rank higher than the other clones. Next is Mace Windu. Other than having a really cool jump, he's really just a basic Jedi character. I'm gonna give him an A though, just because he is Mace Windu, purple lightsaber, badass. I think what really knocks him down and what keeps him from being an S tier is that it's not the Clone Wars Mace Windu. It doesn't have the little side arm guards that Mace Windu has in the show, and I do know that they make it as a minifigure. I know it's more of a newer minifigure, but they could have made one back then, so I think that he's just an A for now. Commander Pons, he really is just a red clone trooper, so with just a basic blaster, so he is getting a C. Also, I don't know him from the show, so he's just kind of just a regular clone trooper. If he was in the show, like, I know all of these guys were in the show, but if they didn't really stick out, then I don't really have any use for them because they didn't really stick out. Ki-Adi-Mundi, the fact that they gave the big head is absolutely insane. I think I'll give him a B tier because he's not that big of a character, but the fucking forehead is massive, which you need to have a massive forehead for Ki-Adi-Mundi. So the fact that there's that custom headpiece definitely boosts him up to an A. Next is Kit Fisto, which Kit Fisto is a G, and they gave him more facial expression than with what his Lego mold is usually. I think I would give him an A because the head mold actually looks really nice, and he just has kind of the regular Jedi features, so it's nothing really too special. Commander Stone, I don't really know who he is. He's just another red clone trooper. He has the double pistols, which makes me think he's important, but he's not as cool as Captain Rex, so he's only going to get a B tier from me. I really do like his markings, though. He has really cool red markings. Oh my god. Next, and finishing off the first row, is the blue baddie herself, Aayla Secura. Other than being a blue baddie, she is really just another Jedi copy. So I think I'm just gonna give her a B. I do really like her headpiece. It's the classic Twi'lek headpiece. But other than that, she's not really that special of a character. Commander Bly, which is Luminar Unduli's captain. He's really just a recreation of Commander Cody, just in yellow. And Commander Cody is a cooler clone trooper, so I think I'll give him a B. One less than Commander Cody, just because he is a known Jedi commander, so it's cool that you get to see him in this game and he gets some love, but not that much. WAG 2, these little monkey characters kind of took the role of the Ewoks in this game, which is not bad. And with this little crown, with this little like hat thing, it makes him look like a crayon. So the monkey is alright. I'll give him a B tier because he's one of those special characters, and you weren't thinking you're gonna see him, but the fact that you do get to see him is kind of cool. So yeah, I'll give him a B tier. And he's little. He's one of the only little characters in this game, so, which means that he can walk into the little gates. So it is actually really useful. Next up is Luminar Unduli herself. She is another one that's basically just a Jedi character. It's cool that she's in this game. Her headpiece is cool, but she does just only get a B tier from me. There's nothing really special about her. This game is really just Jedi clone. There's not really any like special tiers for this game. In the other games, it'll definitely be a better rating systems because there is actually more variety to their characters. This is just kind of an older game, so there's not really variety. Barriss Offee, she's gonna get a B tier as well. She's just a regular kind of Jedi. I think if they would have gave her, I think this is only like after the first couple seasons of the Clone Wars, so I don't think it was definitely before she became evil, but I think I would have gave the evil version more an A because it's more variation, but her original form is just kind of bleh. Alright, now the peak of non-variation is just the regular clone trooper. Regular clone trooper, we're not going to spend a lot of time on because he's just a regular clone trooper. He will be getting D. It's just a basis. You gotta have him. He's just kind of there. Next is R3S6, the evil astromech droid. I'm gonna give him an A because we all know the fight between him and R2-D2 is legendary. Yeah, so I'm gonna give him an A tier, and then which means next is R2-D2, and R2-D2 is gonna get an S tier for me. He's the pinnacle of astromech droid. He is one of the reasons why we all love Star Wars when we were kids. Plus, this is the first time in a LEGO game that they gave him his third leg, which is awesome. And that's not even a feature in like actual Legos still to this day. So yeah, R2-D2 S tier. All right, next is Plo Koon. I'm gonna give Plo Koon an A tier. I really love his head mold in this, and it's an actual head mold that you can get in real life. I think I would argue maybe S tier for Plo Koon, and then, but if I argue S tier for him, I would have to argue S tier for Kit Fisto. Actually, yeah, I think I would give both of them S tiers. Yeah, because their head molds are just really unique. They look really good. Yeah, so I'm going to change Kit Fisto to an S tier. Next is C-3PO. He's going to get an A just because in this game he's annoying as shit. He walks really dumb and he's just very slow, but he is a pinnacle piece of Star Wars. I'm not going to spend too long on him because if I spend any more time as him, I think I might throw up. Because he just makes me really mad. Nadar Veb. I'm going to give him an A tier because I do... you remember him from the show. He's Kit Fisto's Padawan and he dies by General Grievous, and it's a reason it shows us how General Grievous got one of his lightsabers, which is a great arc and one of the greatest things in Star Wars, I think. Well, not the greatest thing in Star Wars. That's a little bit too far, but I'm just saying. It was really cool for the show to show us how he one of the owners of General Grievous' lightsabers before General Grievous killed him. So I think that's why I give him an A tier. Next is Commander Phil. He has really cool red markings, but other than that, he's just a regular clone trooper, so I think I'm just going to give him an S tier. Like I said, the only colors at this point were really just red. So he's really doesn't stand out that much either. Next is the Heavy Weapons Clone Trooper. It's nice that we get a heavy, just the basis Clone Trooper, but it's still going to be D. You really don't care about them because they're just there for just a set thing. Next is Heavy. I'm going to give him a B also, even though you know exactly what episode he's in, and he sacrifices himself for the rest. But he's not the cool one from that episode. We all know the cool one from that episode. Echo. Okay, I take that back. I'm gonna give Echo. Well, I'm still gonna get Echo a B. He's the same as Heavy. He's just there for. He is there. He's one of the cool clone troopers that you get from that Rookies episode, but he doesn't go on to do anything too exciting. He becomes part of the 501st Army, but the pinnacle of these characters has to be Fives. We all know who Fives is. He's the clone trooper that is in the Rookies episode. He becomes 501st, and he becomes one of their best. He becomes a 501st ARC trooper. And he's the pinnacle of Clone Trooper. We fucking love Fives. I have his ARC Trooper version as a minifigure. Had to buy it for him. I bought the whole set for him. You just gotta have him, and you just gotta love him. Adi Gallia. This is the Jedi that I didn't know her name at the start in the first episode, but she definitely stands out. Her headpiece is fucking sick. So I think and her eyes are fucking cool as shit. The blue. I think I'm gonna give her a B though, just because her head looks kind of cartoonish for this game, and all the other heads don't. So it's really throws your off. It really throws it off. Plus, she's just a regular Jedi, so there's nothing really special about her. Eth Koth, basically same thing for Eth Koth. It's cool to get more green lightsabers in this game, but he's really just the same thing. The only cool thing about him is his hairpiece that gives the horns, but you can get that with Darth Maul as well. So there's nothing really special about him. I think this is actually made before Darth Maul had his head spike piece. So that's cool that it was kind of like a first, even though it wasn't. He doesn't have it in like regular, or he might have it in regular Star Wars, like actual Legos, but at this time I don't think so. So he is still going to get a B tier from me. He's just a regular Jedi. Next is Cad Bane, and Cad Bane is going to get an S tier. Big hat, awesome. Cad Bane is one of the best characters in all of Star Wars. He's able to fly, which no other character is able to fly in this game, so makes him a unique character. Ultra Big Hat is cool, Breathing Pack is cool. Plus, he made the game even though none of his like episodes really came out yet, so he wasn't even that big of a character, and he still made the game. He's also the coolest of the blue-skinned, red-eyed race. Behind Thrawn, of course, but Thrawn wasn't canon at this point in time, so he doesn't really count. So yeah, S tier, Cad Bane, perfect. Rounding out the second row was Aurra Sing. She is one of the only characters in this game to have her sniper rifle, and it's really cool that when you hold it, it fucking zooms in. That's such a cool feature. And it's only given to her, by the way, which is so dope. So she's definitely getting an S, because she has a whole game mechanic made for her, and she's one of those cool, dope-ass characters. And her episodes didn't even come out yet, and she's in this game. That's how cool of a character she is. So definitely S tier. Also, this big long ponytail is dope as fuck. Really cool piece. Next is Robino. One of the bounty hunters on Cad Bane's team. He's really special because he is able to do, one of the only people that is able to do the shock gates. So and he has a really cool head mold. I'm going to give him an A tier. He's kind of a basic character, like, otherwise, but other than that, really cool character. Shahan Al-Mullah. I didn't know that this guy had a name at first. He's really just one of Hondo's pirates. So he's going to get a C tier from me. He has really nothing special about him. Next is Helios 3D. Really just an IGA-8 model droid, and it's not IGA-8, so I'm not going to give him anything really too big. He's probably just a C tier. Yeah, nothing special. IG-86. It's not IG-88. It's his predecessor by two marks. Still gonna give him a C tier. He's just the black version of the silver IG-88 model. One of the best droids coming from this show, the Commando droid. Definitely going to give him a B. Like, there's nothing really special about him, but these droids are what came out of Clone Wars, and they are sick as fuck. The assassin droids. That name is fucking dope as shit. So yeah. Also, the knife versions, I know you don't get to play as the knife version, but the knife version was here. I think you would also move up another letter grade because the knife version is so cool. Alright, next is the Magna Guard. He's also the only other character other than Urbino to be able to do the shock gates. And also, Magna Guards are just such cool droids. And being able to take their head off and them still being able to move is really cool. I still think I'm only going to give him a B tier though, because it's nothing really special about him. His electric staff is really cool looking in this game, but he doesn't really do anything special. Also, next is Count Dooku. I'm going to give him an A tier because he's basically the main antagonist for this game. He's the Sith throughout this whole game, so definitely cool. People who know me know that I love bad guys more than superhero or than good guys, so definitely has a rank up in that case. So yeah, he's definitely is going to be getting A tier. Next is Admiral Uralren, which he's the narrator to this show. Other than that, he's nothing special. He literally just has a gun, so I'm just gonna give him a C tier. He has a name and people know who he is, but other than that, it's not really anything special. Except for his voice is literally the show, but that's not gonna rank him up that much. Next is Jango Fett, and Jango Fett has the cool Princess Leia blasters, but why, it's unknown to me. He's able to fly, which is really cool. And it's the old Jango Fett look. But since this is the old Jango Fett look, I'm only willing to give him an A. And plus he's just not Boba. Boba's just the better bounty hunter. But yeah, I'm gonna give him an A tier. Especially just for the Mandalorian look alone. R4-P17, which is, I'm pretty sure this is Kit Fisto's droid. Whose droid is this? The fact that I don't know whose droid this is he's just a carbon copy of R2-D2. D tier, nothing special about him. The fact that I don't know who his owner is also makes it a D tier. If he maybe stood out more. R4 is definitely Obi-Wan's droid, but Obi-Wan's droid is white and red, not red and white, so maybe this is Obi-Wan's droid. If it is Obi-Wan's droid, I'll put him only C tier, only one more above. But as of right now, I don't know who he is, so just D tier. Next is a Neimoidian. Nothing really special about this guy. He's just the race of Nute Gunray. So it's just going to get a D tier. I like their design, but like I said, he's literally nothing special. He just has a blaster. Next, we're not spending a lot of time on this guy. Simple battle droid, just kind of the base. He's only getting a D. We love battle droids, but need more from them. Just a simple battle droid ain't gonna do anything. Also, up next on the list is the super battle droid. Literally the same thing. We're only gonna give him a D tier because there's nothing special about him. He can't even jump. Wait, can the regular battle droids jump? I don't even know. I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess yes. I'm gonna guess they can jump. Okay, they can jump. I don't know why the super battle droids can't jump. Because they're too heavy, I guess. Next is a staple of Star Wars games, is a Gonk droid. He can't do anything, but that's just because he's a fucking simple Gonk droid. I'm gonna give him a C tier. We fucking love the Gonk droid, but I think I can only give him a C tier. He really should be a D, but C is fitting. Also, another C character is going to be this servant droid. Just because it's custom to the Clone Wars. It was made for this game. It just has no other use than to be a servant droid, and he doesn't. You can't do anything. He doesn't attack. He doesn't jump. He doesn't do anything except for run. But just for the variety alone, the LEP servant droid will be getting a C. A gold super battle droid. It's literally just a super battle droid in gold. It's able to destroy gold. That's really the only thing that it has going for it. That it's gonna get a C though, because we don't see gold super battle droids anywhere else, except for in this game. So, for, like I said, variety, it'll get a C. Next is Captain Typho. I'm more of a Captain Panaka guy, so this guy is really just kind of boring. He does have green blaster fire, which is awesome. Nobody else has green blaster fire, so he is going to get a C. Plus, you do know who his character is. He's not just a random. So, definitely just going to be getting a C. Next is Queen Neutini. She gets Padme Amidala's gun. Also, her hair piece is so fucking dope. And it's really cool that we got her instead of Queen Amidala. Like Queen Amidala's just natural red outfit. So I'll give her a B. I'm not willing to give her any more. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think I'll give her an A. An A just for the hairpiece. And she's just really, she's a cool character, and I would want to have her, I guess, as a minifigure, so definitely A. Battle Droid Commander, I'm gonna give him a C, because it's better than the regular Battle Droid, having a yellow body and the little backpack, but there's nothing else. Nothing special about him. Regularly just a Battle Droid. Next is a character that was definitely made famous from the Clone Wars, is Hondo Ohnaka. I'm gonna give him an S tier, even though he doesn't do anything special. He is a character that got famous from the show and is a standout character, and anybody who knows the show will know Hondo. So I think on that, based off that alone, he deserves S tier. Next is one of his gang, a pirate ruffian. The really just simple character, simple goon character. He's gonna be getting a D. Like I said, nothing special about him. Next is Senator Karis. He has the staff from Indiana Jones, which is super funny and weird. He doesn't do anything, it's just for swing it. I'm gonna give him a B tier for the staff alone, but other than that, he's really just like I said, a senator, so he doesn't do anything special. Next is Tewatka, which is another monkey, and he's gonna be getting a C tier. He's getting lower than Wag 2 just because he isn't Wag 2's the main guy and he's not the main guy. Other than that, he's exactly like Wag 2, so Carbon Copy isn't going to be ranking that high. Next is Turk Falso, which is another pirate. It's Hondo's right-hand man, and this guy actually does have a minifigure, so he's not going to be getting a D, and plus everybody knows his bandana, so he is only going to be getting a C. Other than that, there's not really anything special about him. Next is a probe droid. This is when they start doing the big brick-built probe droids, which I'm not a fan of. Also, he jumps. Why does he need to jump? He's already floating. He's going to be getting an S tier just because why add a probe droid? That's really my main reasoning is why. And if I have to ask myself why, he's at least getting a C, because that means that it's very out of the box. Luminar Villager, he's going to be getting a D tier. It's just the same as Wag 2. There's really nothing special about this guy. He's just another monkey. He doesn't even have a special name, so D tier. Next is a TX-20 droid or a tactical droid. He will be getting an B tier because he is something that was made for the show. Tactical droids are supposed to be really smart and able to even outsmart Jedi, which is really cool. Showing that droids are actually real threats to Jedi is something that I really like, because droids fucking suck and are not really a big threat, but to make them a threat against the Jedi through different ways is really, really cool. So that's why I'm going to give him a B tier, because practical droids are actually threats against Jedis. I'm gonna give the Geonosian Guard a C tier. I like that the guns do the noise like from the original, and he can kind of hover. Other than that, if he's not flying, he's very slow, which definitely shows some differentiation in the characters, some variety, but it's not enough to move him up past a C tier. On the other note, the Workout Trooper getting a B tier, because look at them gains. Bro is working hard as fuck in the gym. Other than that, I had to ask myself why they would add him in the game. So by that standard, he's already getting above a D. That's not what I wanted. And plus, for the gains alone, he's getting B. Yeah. Next is Bib Fortuna. Bib Fortuna is going to also get a B. I like his hairpiece. Bib Fortuna is obviously Jabba's personal servant, so we all know who Bib Fortuna is. Other than that, he's just a person with a gun. Nothing special about him. Next is an undead Geonosian, or zombie Geonosian, from the one episode. He can't jump. He makes one noise and he hits. That's the only thing about him. The only reason he's getting a C is because it's like a zombie Geonosian is only for this game. You're only gonna get him in this game, and it's a cool concept. So yeah. Also, Droidekas, you're never able to play them before in any other game. You get the shield over you. The only reason it's gonna be getting a B tier, he would have been A tier, but it's not my favorite brick-built Droideka. It's actually one of my least favorites, especially for the prong of the eyes. So, prong eyes Droideka is only getting a B tier. Next is the heavy Super Battle Droid. He will be getting C, one up from the regular Super Battle Droid, and that's because of his rocket arm. It's a really cool piece. It's not made in an actual Lego at all. Other than that, it's just exactly like a Super Battle Droid, so can't give anything above a C for him, unfortunately, but yeah. R6, what was that, H1? H5? He's Kit Fisto's droid. Carbon copy of R2-D2 again, so he's only gonna be getting a C tier. He's getting a C tier because I actually know who he is. Other than that, he probably would have been getting a D tier. Clone Pilot. I have some in real life. Other than that, he's just a regular droid. He's gonna get a D tier. They have cool markings on their helmets, but other than that, he's just a regular clone trooper. Nothing special about him. Now, a fucking character that took my last character to get, because he's a little bitch, and he will be getting a C tier, even though we love mouse droids, and I have a bunch of them. He doesn't do anything, and he's just a little nuisance, especially because he was literally the last character I needed to get, and he was just... Yeah, it just made me mad. He just made me mad. I couldn't find him. The elusive mouse droid. Getting a D. MSE6 mouse droid. This is Soinver Boyle. Soinver Bowl. He's the leader of the Dug race that was on the Zillo Beast planet. I like his head mold, but he's only going to be getting a C from me. There's nothing really that stands out about him that much. set for his head mold. Other than that, I wouldn't know who he is. Next character is Bail Organa. I'm giving Bail Organa this time around only a C tier because it's not his regular getup. He doesn't even have his cape. It's actually a really disappointing Bail Organa look. So definitely just a C. Next is the luxury droid. We all love this luxury droid. She waves her hips. She walking like a bad bitch. I know a lot of people that in real life that if there was such thing as luxury droids, they would have one. She's only going to be getting a C tier for me because she literally does nothing. She just shakes her ass. Which is only enough to get a C tier for me. But she only walks, which is so annoying. Next is Anaconda Far, which is the Rodian senator. He'll be getting a C tier for me. He's the only Rodian in this game, which and I really like Rodians, but he's a senator. All he does is a gun. Other than that, I wouldn't know who he is. Senate Commando Captain. The captain will be getting. I really like the Senate Commandos, and I wish there was more of them before they in the show, especially because it's the Imperial Guard before they turn into the Imperial Guard. The captain, I really like his markings. He will be getting, but I think he's kind of just basic, and I'd rather have just the basic Senate Commando because that's like the main one. So the captain's going to be getting a D tier, but the actual one is going to be getting a C tier, which you'll probably never see happen again. They shoot blue bolts, which is really nice too, because usually people just shoot red bolts. They are made for this show. The reason why I keep coming back to this is because I don't want to have to fight anybody. In the other games where not everyone is actually gunning for your head, I will be actually able to stay out longer. I also just lied because Greedo is in the game, so I did lie about there only being one Rodian, but whatever. But like I said, it'll probably be the only time that the captain with the markings and stuff will be under just the base form. But the Senate Commando is just a cool concept. Next is the Gamorrean Guard. Simple, has an axe. Just simple Gamorrean Guard. Gonna be getting a C tier. We love Gamorrean Guards. They use axes, which is in the Star Wars universe, which is cool. Other than that, they're not anything special. Next is General Grievous, which General Grievous is going to be getting an S tier. It's literally General Grievous. He's the only character that if you hold X will block. And he does have 4 lightsabers, and he does switch between the 2 and the 4 arms, which is fucking sick. He does have a double jump. One of the only characters that have a double jump. That's not a Jedi. So yeah, General Grievous, definitely S tier. We love General Grievous. Plus, he is really one of the main bad guys of this game. If I had an S+++++ tier, that's where Asajj Ventress would go. Literally my favorite Star Wars character ever. She was created for this show. Why would she not be in this game? She is literally fantastic. If you guys haven't read the Dark Disciple book, go read it right now. Her and Quinlan Vos are literally goals. We love them. So yeah, she is going to be S++++++ tier. And yeah. Enough said. I'm not going to rant. I could rant. I'm not going to. Next starts the classic characters, which are the characters from the first 6 movies, and they all look like their original attire, which is good and bad. I like that they gave a reason to collect mini kits. Other than that, they are basically plain characters that don't look as good as these new ones because they are just the old designs from the first game. So Admiral Ackbar will be getting C. Nothing really special about Admiral Ackbar. I foresee a lot of bad ratings with these guys. Captain Antilles is going to be getting a D tier. I honestly thought he was just a regular trooper. D, don't care. Chewbacca is going to be gaining a B because it is Chewbacca. He's got his crossbow, but like I said, it's the old Chewbacca. There's no new design for him. Han Solo will be also getting a B. It's Han Solo, but he doesn't have a cool gun model. He's also just in his classic attire. Has the classic face look, which is also, I don't really like the classic face looks, even though they are classic. They should be left in the first couple games. If it was, you know, the first game, he would probably have a bigger score, because not looking at just that, because everyone had that classic face look, but now with the better face looks, you gotta just be better. Lando's also getting a B. It is Lando. He has his cape. Perfect Lando. Just the face fucks it up. Princess Leia will be getting a B. Space guns are back. Why would they give her Princess Amidala's gun? No fucking clue. That's actually a reason why I hate it. Don't mix old with new. Just give her the 2-stud blaster and she'll be fine. Not that one, just the regular classic blaster. Also, why do Han has like an updated blaster too? Why do any of these guys have updated blasters? Give them the old 2 blasters because they're classics. Luke Skywalker is gonna be getting a B tier. Like, well, actually, I'll give him an A tier. It's Luke Skywalker. That hair is atrocious though. I think I'm just gonna look past the hair and give him an A tier. That hair is a D tier for sure. D tier hair, gross. Next is Ben Kenobi. I'm gonna call him Ben Kenobi because this is when he's known as Ben. Probably the coolest classic looking minifigure. I'm gonna give him an A, just because I think that Ben Kenobi is one of the only characters that it works to have him classic. I don't know why. Next is classic Qui-Gon Jinn, which doesn't even look like Qui-Gon Jinn because he has the hood up. Another green lightsaber, which is baller because there's not enough green lightsaber love in this game. I'm only going to be giving him a B though, because it is, like, Qui-Gon doesn't even, has a hood on the whole time. You can't even tell it's Qui-Gon, so it's really sad. Next is a Rebel Commando. It says classic, but it's the only Rebel Commando. I'm gonna be giving him a D tier. He has the Endor suit on, and there's really nothing special about him. I actually kind of hate him. So next is Wedge Antilles in just his, classic in his TIE pilot uniform. He's really just not TIE pilot, X-Wing pilot. He's really just an X-Wing pilot. There's nothing really special about him. There's nothing that screams Wedge Antilles to me. He's just a X-Wing pilot. Gonna be giving him a D tier. He's not special at all. Starting the last row strong though is Boba Fett. Boba Fett is of course S tier. Boba will always be S tier. He has a cool gun model. He can fly. He has bombs. He's one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars. He was my favorite character for the longest time before I saw his Ventress. So definitely S tier. It is the 6th movie version of him, and they gave him the weird coloring though. But he's still S tier. It's Boba Fett. Come on. Next is Guido. Like I said, I would love Rodians. Guido's the classic Rodian. He will be getting a C from me. He always has one eye closed because he looks like he's aiming in, which is a problem for me. I think that would actually raise him a rank higher if one of his eyes wasn't always closed. Next is Darth Maul. Darth Maul is also one of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. He will only be getting an A though because it's his movie 1 design, And I like his movie one design, but you don't see the horns at all. He's all black. You can't really see the red. It's very, very lazy, and it's very underwhelming. Darth Maul should be front and center. You know, boom, Darth Maul, horns and all. So, yeah. Now he's only going to be getting A instead of S. Next is Darth Sidious. He does have a lightsaber, which is a big upgrade. And you can force lightning people. Only person that can force lightning someone. He doesn't act old, which is fucking awesome. I think this is the only time I like Emperor Palpatine really as a playable character, especially with the Force Lightning, which is dope. He will be getting an S tier. Usually Emperor Palpatine kind of fucking sucks in these games, but this is probably the best Emperor Palpatine, so definitely S tier. Vader's going to be getting an A. Usually Vader's dope, but he's not made for this universe yet. If I gave Anakin S and Obi-Wan S, he's getting, or if I gave them both A's, he's only getting an A. Plus, he's just a staple. He's a staple for the game. There's nothing really special about him, so A. But on the other hand, Battle Damage Vader? Battle Damage Vader is going to be getting an S, because never thought we'd be getting Battle Damage Vader. He moves like a fucking champ. Regular Darth Vader is very slow. Battle Damage, though, as soon as he gets out of the suit, bro's able to move, which is awesome. The cracked mask looks amazing, especially with the eye over, like the cracked skull over the eye on the actual headpiece. Very beautiful figure, definitely getting an S tier. Next is another S, as in Starkiller, or I guess he's only named Vader's Apprentice. In this, classic is kind of saddening to only have the classic face, but just to have Starkiller in the game at all is very surprising. He also holds it like Ahsoka, which is really weird, but I actually don't have a problem with it. So yeah, Starkiller definitely gets an S tier. The only time we'll ever see Starkiller in a game. Why does he make that sound like Emperor Palpatine and Darth Maul when he jumps? Why did Darth Maul make that sound? It only sounds like Emperor Palpatine. It's a weird sound to make. Next is an Imperial Guard. I fucking love Imperial Guards, especially because they only use a fucking spear. They look so cool, and I used to have so many of them when I was a kid because I just thought they really looked cool. Like the Lego versions of them. I'll be giving him a B tier just because of the way he looks, and the spear is dope. Other than that, there's nothing really special about him except for what kind of guard he is. Next is a clone Shadow Trooper. It's not even a stormtrooper. It's just a clone Shadow Trooper. I'm gonna give him a D tier because it's not a clone Shadow Trooper. It's a Shadow Stormtrooper. Get it right. Also, you can't really see him in the light. It's just black. I fucking hate that. I want to see some more detail on him. So yeah, D tier. Gross. Next is a classic Stormtrooper. Gonna be getting a D tier from me as well. Just a classic, you know. You get in, you get out. Stormtrooper. Next is a Tusken Raider. Got the musket like usual. He's gonna be getting a D tier from me. He doesn't make the noise. If he made the noise, I'd be giving him a C tier, but he's very, very basic. Very basic Tusken Raider. They didn't put so much time into him as they should have. Next is Dr. What's his name? Dr. Nuvo Vindi. He's going to be getting an A tier. I know who he is. He has Boba Fett's cool gun, which is awesome. Like I said, I don't really like evil scientist characters, but to have an evil scientist in Star Wars is a really cool concept. Other than that, he's very basic. He doesn't have anything cool going for him. Maybe you should give him the blue virus grenade and he would be an A tier, but as of now, he's very simple. Next is Wat Tambor, which is a guy that I will always know because of his mouthpiece, which is why I'm going to give him an A tier. Especially, he's in the movies, which not people know. Why does he run like that and why does he sound metal? But like I said, A tier. He would be S tier if he'd be able to do other things than just have a gun. Wait, is he able to jump? Yeah, he is able to jump. Okay. I was like, would that block? I didn't know if he was able to jump or not. But yeah, we love Wat Tambor. Lock Durd. He's an Neimoidian. He's Nute Gunray, second in command. He is only going to be getting a B tier though, just for the fact that he's not Nute Gunray. He's a character that is known. It's cool to have him in the game, but he doesn't do anything, so it's whatever. Next is Poggle the Lesser. Poggle the Lesser moves like a regular Genosian. So you have to be flying to be able to move at all. It's cool that he's in the game, but I think he's only going to be getting a B for me because it's annoying that he can't move. I guess it shows variety, but would I want to play him ever? No. Why? Because he doesn't move. Next is Nute Gunray. Nute Gunray is only going to be getting a B for me. I know that I said because he's not. Doesn't that other guy as a character, he won't be getting a. He would be getting a B because he's not Nute Gunray. But Nute Gunray is also getting a B. I don't like that. One eye is usually always closed, and it just doesn't do it for me. He's just kind of just there. He's very basic looking, so definitely just an A. Next, Warm Loathsome. I know I remember seeing his episode, but it's not really coming back to me, which means he's very forgetful. And is going to be receiving a C. The only reason he's getting a C and not a D is because of the headpiece. The headpiece is really cool. A lot of these pieces in the game I would actually want to have in real life, but we'll never get them. Next is Chancellor Palpatine, which is cool that we get Emperor and Chancellor. He's going to be getting a B tier. He's not as cool as the Emperor in this game, which really kind of sucks. Plus, he's not anything special. So yeah, only B tier for Chancellor Palpatine. But Emperor Palpatine, like I said again, is gonna be S tier. Just kind of the version. Grand Moff Tarkin. What can I say? He's just Grand Moff Tarkin. I think the classic looks really well in Grand Moff Tarkin as well. And any Imperial Guard, so I'm going to be giving him a C. Better than a D, but not anything special. And last but not least, the bonus character in this game that you actually have to have a code for to get, Savage Opress. And this is not... Okay, Darth Maul definitely deserves an A tier. And Savage Opress is going to get an S tier because it is... They have the Darth Maul horns, as seen on Savage Opress here, and they just didn't give it to him. This is what Savage Opress's character is. What Darth Maul's character should have been. And that's why Savage Opress is going to be getting S tier, and why Darth Maul is only A. And plus, Savage Opress was made for this TV show. He's a really standout character in this TV show. It gave Darth Maul a brother. It gave a reason for Darth Maul to come back as well. Like, he was looking for his brother, so he, basically rejuvenated him. So it gave a reason why Darth Maul came back, which is very nice. And Savage Opress is the reason. But Savage Opress is just a brute that doesn't really think. So, still, great character design. The yellow and the black is fucking awesome for Darth Maul's design. Just instead of red, it's yellow, and the yellow really pops out. So like I said, S tier. I actually can't talk bad about this character because it's really cool. I can't say enough good things about him. So yeah, that's where he's staying. And yeah, but he was unfortunately our last character to go over and rank. So I would just like to say thank you guys for sticking with it. If you got to the end of the video, like, comment, subscribe, comment what your favorite character was, and if you disagree with my rankings, let me know in the comments. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of LEGO Star Wars 3. The next LEGO game that we're going to be doing is Pirates of the Caribbean, which is always one of the best LEGO games, so watch out for the first episode of that, and I'll see you.